The Drake Bulldogs upset Nebraska 80-62. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Slasher U. I'm your host, Christian Rao, here with my co-host, Steve Feck. And Steve, Drake looked really good in this one, defeating number 22 overall in Nebraska, handing them their second loss of the season.
Yeah, the first word I think of is woof. I mean, they should be undefeated. The game that they did lose, it was a heartbreaking loss, but they jumped out to a 21-12 first quarter lead, and they just never took their sneakers off the pedal. I mean, they outscored the Cornhuskers in every quarter. 9 for 21 from three-point land, not as good as they've done in other games, but still, obviously, it's a team
still good.
That can drain the three, absolutely. And then it seemed every time Nebraska tried to play their way back into the game, it came up with a big three-pointer, or they came up with a key steal or a turnover. This Drake team, Missouri Valley Conference, is always underrated. Both men and women. I think they were predicted to be third coming out of the Missouri Valley Conference this year, but Drake's going to be ranked at some point this year. I mean, I don't see them faltering, and they're probably facing tougher teams non-conference early on than they're even facing once they get to Missouri Valley play. So they're building that resume for the tournament in March. Katie Dinnebier is rapidly playing herself into player of the year consideration. Now, she's not going to be the player of the year. So before everybody gets all excited in the comments here at Slasher U, and we want you to put your comments in. And if I say something dumb like Katie Dinnebier could be the player of the year, I want you to say, Feck, that's pretty dumb of you to say that. But I mean, she's that caliber of player. I mean, she plays big minutes. She's averaging over 30 minutes a game. Yeah. She hits the big shots. She drives the lane. She draws defensive attention later in the game. So that opens up the avenues for her teammates. I mean, like, she led scorers for the Bulldogs with 18, but she had 6 assists, and Maggie Bear had 17, 9 rebounds and two threes. Sarah Goldner was 4 for 6 from downtown in her 30 minutes. So Drake is not just a one-woman show, but Dinnebier is the engine that's going to drive the Bulldogs. I would imagine I can see them going, at least one round in the NCAA. That this is a really good balanced team. Now, on the other end, Nebraska's lost 2 in a row. So they're gonna fall out of the top 25, and they're having serious problems on the defensive end. And it's not just Drake having so many great shooters. I mean, overall, I want to say that they shot like 55 or 56% from the floor on Saturday. I mean, but that was as much Nebraska having defensive lapses and breakdowns at key times as it was Drake just being that good. Alexis Murkowski has been the most consistent, most steadying force for the Cornhuskers all year long. She was the game leader with 21 points. But honestly, she's been the only consistent player throughout this. And I thought coming into the year, Nebraska had a chance to gradually maybe chip away at what their ratings are, what their ranking was. But I'm not as confident now in this Nebraska team. There's still time to turn it around. It's early, but this is why you schedule teams like Drake, not only for the regional fan bases, you're really getting into games like this, but so that you can be challenged. But they've got to find some solutions on the defensive end quick, or it's going to be a long year in the Big Ten.
Yeah, Drake out-rebounded Nebraska 42-36, and we talked about it earlier with the field goal percentage. You were right. They shot 56 from the field, Drake Bulldogs did. For Nebraska, they only shot 31% field goal. I mean, that is a big reason why they did not have a chance to win this game. Again, losing 80-62 in this one. Drake, well, other than the upsetting overtime loss against number 4 Iowa, this team has, even with that game, they looked fantastic, but this team looks very good. Very good 2-1 team, probably one of the best 2-1 teams in the country. They're going to head on to the FIU Thanksgiving Classic the day after Thanksgiving, and they're going to take on 3-1 UMass to finish off the month of November. I can see them receiving votes. If they don't get ranked this coming Monday, I could see them in the receiving votes category for sure. As for Nebraska, I agree. I think we're going to see them fall out. They have a couple more games left in November. We're going to see them against Tarleton, then Texas A&M CC, and then we'll see them against Mississippi State in the Puerto Rico November Classico. Nebraska's got some work to do, and these are some games that they could get back to where they need to be. There's no reason why this team can't finish the month of November at 5-2. That is exactly what they need to do if they want to find a number next to their name heading into the new year or into at least December at some point. What is your thoughts on these teams below? Are you a Nebraska fan? Are you worried about this team with losing 2 losses already back to back against Creighton and now Drake? Or if you're on the Drake side, or if you just love women's basketball, what's your thoughts about this top-notch MVC team? Let us know in the comment section below. And while you're there, hit like and subscribe. And thank you as always for watching SlasherU.